Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona. Arizona Stadium with this red and blue crowd ready to bear down with their Wildcats. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Colorado Buffaloes taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Colorado's offense takes the field. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. You have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that. As a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hart. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to pass. Finds his man. It's Horn.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook.
Looking for a crease. It's Hayden. The Buffaloes get enough to move the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Dumps it to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football soon.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Getting some heat. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the air, it's Sanders. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Arizona's offense will have its first possession of the game. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like, you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Handoff from the gun. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Arizona runs out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Hunter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Off play action. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle, he's got the power to break tackles from his secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Buffaloes are in the red zone. Going to the running game. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center, to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him when they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After run, now throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Oh, he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. To the air. It's Fafita. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Murphy. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. They'll try the right side. Smashes through. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Hunter. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the Q.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. The give to the tailback. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout in front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Keeps the legs moving. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On third and short, they're giving it to the tight end. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Ruiz. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll run it from the gun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Finds the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got it in the middle, it's Murphy. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They want to just keep throwing it. Makes the grab outside. It's McMillan. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Unloads it left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes the handoff. It's Hayden. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day.
And the Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And that's in Arizona.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Bringing it back, it's Hunter. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. 2nd down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Sanders. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Quickly to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Fafita. And that one's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking deep down the right side. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Arizona runs out the punt team. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Nice move to keep moving. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll run for it on third and short. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Running it back, it's Hunter. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hayden. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for him, and this one hurts because if he makes that, obviously, his team takes the lead.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That's caught. It's Murphy. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and come.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge game.
Back to pass. It's Fafita. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Now on 1st down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. On target. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pulls it in. It's Miranda. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Riley. Touchdown, Arizona. They move on top here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Quickly complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hart. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Oh, me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, no, we're just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. But you can tell they had a plan.
And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
They're trying to get to it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And after missing that field goal, this is still a one-possession game, guys.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He makes the connection. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Firing to the end zone. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. They'll go to the air. Release to the back. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The clock is just inside. 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and come up short.
And that's a bad feeling when you're the offense, because you see your defense time and time again getting stops, giving you the football back, and giving you an opportunity. The offense, they just couldn't pull their own weight.
I hear you. It's a bad feeling for the offense, but it really sucks for us as defense because we got to keep going back on the field time and time again with no offensive support. A lot of times the frustration will lead on the sideline. Just see people getting angry, but the offense has got to do a better job.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports